What is up, guys? My name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another Call of Duty video here on the channel. Today we got a ton of zombies information surrounding Black Ops 7, including the official intro cutscene of the brand new map coming with the game called Ashes of the Damned, which is a really interesting map. And we'll go ahead and play the cinematic reveal for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the blog post that Activision put out earlier today that goes through absolutely everything that you need to know in regards to the map. So without further ado, first thing first, we'll go ahead and play the trailer that we got today, and I will be back in a minute to talk about a little bit about my thoughts and then get into the actual nitty-gritty details.
Welcome to the party.
I got that straight. It is a party, and y'all are the guests of honor. Or, technically, the main course.
And who the fuck are you?
I know. Y'all are confused. So was I. But as they say, this too shall pass. See y'all real soon. In the meantime, why don't y'all get to know some of the natives?
Kill them or be killed! You all are some bona fide cutthroat killers. This is gonna be fun.
Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed a look at that trailer. The trailer was actually really well made. It's cool to see Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen back alive and well within the storyline of Black Ops 7 Zombies. And I actually have to say I really like the villain of the game. He seems really interesting, and also just aesthetically is really cool. The sort of way that they presented him was also really awesome. So I think that this is going to be a really interesting zombie map, and I'm definitely excited to get my hands on it on November 14th. So we're now going to go through the entire blog post in its entirety, talk about the characters, talk about some very brief descriptions of them. We're not going to go through the entire descriptions, but we are going to go ahead and talk about everything that is detailed here within the blog post. So I'll leave it linked down below in the description just in case you guys want to follow along with me. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do this. So it says, a battle atop the headquarters of Project Janus turns into a terrifying dimensional dive into the dark ether. Welcome to the party. After a tumultuous battle high atop the Janus Towers, celebrations are abruptly short-lived as Gregory Weaver, Dr. Elizabeth Gray, Major Mackenzie Matt Carver, and Maya are thrust into the dark ether dimension. The crew don't even have time to pick themselves up from the ground before they're startled by the arrival of a welcoming committee. A southern drawl echoes across the lobby. All 8 turn as a mysterious figure slowly descends the lobby steps, his face hidden by a wide-brimmed hat. The man's polite turn of phrase is unnerving, but it's the caged totem skulls that carry in each hand that suggest a much more terrifying entity has entered the fray. A skull detaches its jaw and violently expunges life force from the assembled crew, sucking essence into its maw while sharing its meal with its master, seemingly granting the mysterious figure more than a taste of their souls. Satiated, he slowly turns and leaves, but not before summoning some immediate reanimated threats for the team to deal with. The Drain scrambles into action, forced into battle of blood and guts as they slowly tear apart the undead. It's only after the 8 of them step into what was once the Janus Towers Plaza that a full realization becomes apparent. We're not in West Virginia anymore. So again, that's just a brief synopsis or summary of the trailer. But now we'll go ahead and get into the expanded crew that we are going to be able to play with when this map releases. So we have, of course, the standard 4 characters from Black Ops 6 Zombies, but we also have the 4 characters with Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai, and Richtofen, who are, of course, returning into this game with a bit of a little bit different actors playing the characters, but still the same characters that we know and love from previous Call of Duty games. It says, why and how and why are the crew transported to the dark ether? Who are these never before seen incarnations of the original Zombies crew, and how did they get here? Who can be trusted? Find out in Black Ops 7 on November 14th. Okay, so we of course have Gregory Weaver, who was the Ranger-trained CIA operative that we know from previous Call of Duty games. We, of course, have Elizabeth Gray, who is a highly educated, brilliant scientist. We have Mackenzie Mac Carver, who comes from a family line of military excellence and is distinguished with exceptional skill and commitment to his country and brothers in arms. And then, of course, we have Maya, trained in family business smuggling since she was a child. Maya brings stealth, covert tactics, and sharp mind to every engagement. We have the new Tank Dempsey, part of the dedicated crew. The reincarnation of Tank Dempsey is a battle-hardened U.S. Marine who recently fought through the jungles of 1968 Vietnam with grit, sarcasm, and relentless will to survive. In this fractured reality, his distrust of his new companions and the unfamiliar surroundings have turned this otherwise dependable soldier into the unpredictable wild card of the group. So again, we are sort of getting the 4 main characters from Call of Duty Zombies reincarnated into this game and reintroduced into this game, which is pretty darn cool. We also have Takio, is a disgraced Ronin who wandered 1591 field of Japan without master or honor, carrying the weight of his exile as a yoke he cannot cast off. Bound by a code he only still barely believes in, he seeks redemption in the chaos of battle, his blade both a burden he must bear and a judgment on his enemies. So this is really interesting. It's almost as if these characters have been brought into the dark ether from different parts of history, which I think is really, really interesting. Of course, Dempsey from Vietnam, 1968, and Takio coming from 1591. We also have the return of Nikolai, who is a Soviet tank commander. Nikolai Belinsky arrives in the dark ether from the brutal mountainous landscape of 1984 Afghanistan, where duty, disillusionment, and misfortune collided. Scarred by war and haunted by betrayal and his own decisions, he masks bitterness with dark humor, yet remains a steadfast warrior when the shells begin to fall. So, Nikolai is coming from 1984, which is really interesting, especially because we had a flashback mission in Black Ops 2 where the Russians were fighting in Afghanistan. So really interesting there. And then last but not least, we have the return of Dr. Edward Richthofen, a brilliant, unhinged scientist and hero of the Reich, finds himself torn from 1945 in a world where the Axis powers triumphed over the Allied nations. Shaped by ambition and tainted by corruption, he masses innate sadism and considerable ego behind quick wit and a charming smile. He vows that reality itself will ultimately bow to his designs. Ripped from their respective timelines, our expanded crew finds himself thrown together in an alien dimension, accompanied by old friends, uncertain allies, and something far, far worse. So, again, the reintroduction of the old characters is really interesting how they're introducing them. They're all from different parts of history, and they've all been combined into one storyline within Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 7 Zombies, which I think is really cool. And again, I'm definitely excited to play this map. Last but not least, guys, the only thing left in this information that we got today, besides the trailer, is of course the incoming intel blast, which says that we have a full Zombies reveal next week. Now, I've talked a ton about this, and most likely, since it's going to be next week, my guess would be that it would be either Tuesday or Thursday of next week. But again, I will keep you guys updated here on the channel with every single thing that happens here with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So, anyway, guys, I believe that is going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. I am honestly excited to see where they go with zombies here within this game. Again, I did a video yesterday talking to you guys about all of the teaser videos that hint at what the theme of the map is going to be, as well as just kind of storyline stuff that is outside of the characters that we were going to be playing with here within Black Ops 7 Zombies. So anyways, let me know what you guys' thoughts are about the trailer. I thought that the trailer was actually really good, and I'm definitely excited to see gameplay of zombies when we have the reveal next week. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Again, I will have coverage of all of this next week when we get the official reveal and any news between now and then. But anyways, I'll see you guys all on more Call of Duty videos very, very soon.